Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we are going to be getting a dwarf crawfish. But before we get into that, there are a few things from my last video that I would like to follow up on. First of all, in the last video we got 3 pregnant ghost shrimp. If you take a closer look there, you'll notice that they are no longer pregnant. You can't see the babies in their stomachs, and that's because they did have the babies. And I'll try and find 1 or 2 right now. These guys are so tiny. Really, they're so hard to see, and I'm sure most of them are probably buried in the gravel somewhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing any right now, but fortunately, yesterday when I saw them, I did get a little video of them, so I'll roll that right now for you guys. And again, they are just so tiny. So hopefully when they start growing up a little bit more, we'll be able to see them. But yeah, that's exciting. They all successfully laid their babies as far as I know. And then second of all, at the end of my last video, we planted some Java moss in 2 of my tanks. And I'm pretty sure it's growing. Like, I don't think it was poking out that much before. That little patch right there might be a little bit bigger, but you can really tell in this one, like, look, it's really starting to poke out of those holes, and I like tucked it completely in there when I initially planted it. So I mean, I think it's growing. The one right there isn't really doing much, but that one back there also looks like it's getting a little bigger. And then lastly, on my last video, I was getting a bunch of comments like asking for an update on my flower horn. Like, I saw a couple comments that were like, is your flower horn still alive? And I mean, yeah, he's tucked right back there. That's his main hangout spot right there. I'll try and get him to come out though. I think when he sees the food bottle, he knows. There he goes. Food gets him to come out, and look at those colors. They are coming in nicely. So yeah, there's a couple updates for you guys, and now we are going to get on to the point of this video, which is that we are getting a dwarf crawfish. I'll have a picture of what they look like right here. They just look like a basic crawfish, but the thing with these dwarf crawfish is that they stay this small. Like, this is them full grown. Like, I'm pretty sure their max size is like 2 inches. Then of course regular crawfish can get like 6 inches. So these dwarf crawfish make great aquarium pets, and if you guys have been following my channel for a while now, you'll know that probably around a year ago, I actually tried getting a dwarf crawfish. I mean, I got one, but it wasn't actually a dwarf crawfish. The store I got it from had it listed as a dwarf crawfish, but it was actually just a regular crawfish. So he lived in one of my tanks for a while, and then when I wanted to take that tank down, I ended up putting the crawfish in the pond. And then after a few weeks of him being in there, he just went missing. And what I think happened is that he literally just walked out looking for another body of water, which, I mean, we do have a creek behind my house, so he could be in there by now. Either that or he got swooped up by like a raccoon or something, but I hope he just walked out and is still out there doing fine somewhere. But anyway, today we are going to be getting another dwarf crawfish, an actual dwarf crawfish. Like, I know that these ones at this different store are actual dwarf crawfish, so they'll stay small. I went to this store about a week and a half ago and saw them, and I was like, I'm coming back for one of these. So hopefully they're all still there. There were 3 of them before. I'm sure at least one of them is still there now. So we're going to head over to that store and take a look. Alright guys, just got done inside of the store, and they did have a dwarf crawfish left. They actually had 2 left. We did get 1, and who knows, if this goes well, if he gets along with everything perfectly fine, then I might come back for the second one. I don't know. But there's another look at him. This one's got some awesome colors. He's actually a lot smaller than he looks right now. I think the water in the bag is kind of magnifying him, but he is tiny. And just look at that guy. He wants to get out of here. So we're gonna head home, get this guy acclimated, and get him in his tank. I'll see you there. Alright guys, we made it back. We've got our dwarf crawfish right here. And I just realized that I completely forgot to tell you guys what tank he's even going in. He would get attacked in pretty much any of my tanks other than the 55-gallon community tank. These fish are friendly and everything should go perfectly fine, but if it doesn't, then I've got the 5.5-gallon as a backup plan. And real quick, if you remember from the last video, I did put Woody, the bamboo shrimp, in this tank, and I called it in the last video. I said that right there is going to be his main hangout spot, and I was right. That's where I always see him. He just kind of pokes out that little window so he can catch particles out of the water like he's doing right now. That's how he feeds. So that is super cool. Woody is thriving in the 55-gallon tank, and I have been on the lookout for some more bamboo shrimp, but I haven't seen anything yet. But once I do, I will definitely be getting a couple more for the 55. But we aren't going to waste any more time. We're going to let our new dwarf crawfish start getting acclimated. You can have a real good look at him right there. What a cool looking crawfish. So this guy might get a little bit bigger. It said they max out around 2 inches. He's probably about 1.25 inches right now, maybe just 1 inch. So he may or may not get a bit bigger. And some of you are probably wondering if the crawfish and the bamboo shrimp will get along. And I don't think we're going to have a problem. The bamboo shrimp obviously isn't going to attack the crawfish. It would be the crawfish crawfish messing with the shrimp, but the bamboo shrimp does have quite a bit more size than the crawfish, so we should be good there. But like I said, we got plan B right there. But now we are going to give our new crawfish about 15 to 20 minutes to acclimate, then we can put him in his new tank. Alrighty guys, it's now been about 25 minutes actually, so this guy is definitely ready to go. Real quick before we put him in the tank, I'm actually going to grab this little cave decoration thing right there out of Frankie's tank because he's too big to fit in there anyway, so he's never going to use it. And we're going to give our little dwarf crawfish an extra spot that he can hide, stay out of everyone else's way. So we're going to take that, and I think I'm going to put it down here like under the driftwood and then get some sand in there. Yeah, that looks good there. So we're going to grab this guy out of here, and I think the easiest way for me to do this is to actually dump him into this pitcher, and then from there I can just grab him out and put him in the tank so we don't have to deal with a net. So there we go. And real quick, I am going to feed these guys just to make sure they leave our new crawfish alone. So now that they're distracted, I'm going to go in here and grab him. There he is. And there he goes. There he is right back there. Oh, that is so cool. He looks amazing with the black sand. It really makes his colors pop. I can't wait to see like where in the tank he chooses his home to be. Because what these crawfish will do is like pick one spot and they'll like hang out there all the time. So I'm hoping it's going to be that cave that I put in there. That's like the perfect size for him. There's also a couple other little cracks and crevices in the tank that he could make his home. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So there's one last little look at him for now. We're going to do one more update in the morning. But yeah, definitely an awesome pickup. So far so good. I haven't seen any fish go anywhere near him, so hopefully it stays that way. And yeah, like I just said, we are going to do one more update in the morning just to check in on him, see if he chose a cave yet. And with that being said, I'll see you in the morning. Alrighty guys, it's now the next morning. Let's go ahead and check in on our new crawfish. Right at first glance, I am not seeing him, so I guess he found a good hiding spot. He is not in the cave that I put in there for him. Oh, there he is. It might be a little hard to see on camera, but he is right there. I'll try and get a bit of light on him there. Yep, there he is, right in there. So it looks like our dwarf crawfish is liking his new home. I do hope that he eventually comes out of that driftwood and goes into the little cave I put in there for him. But hey, if he wants to stay in the driftwood, that's fine too. Of course, I'll give you guys updates on our dwarf crawfish in future videos, so stay tuned for that. And also be sure to drop some names down in the comments for our new crawfish. And if I choose your name, you'll get a shout out in the next video. That is going to do it for this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to JT. I can't say it enough, your tanks look awesome. Nice vid, keep up the good work. Thank you very much, JT, and if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I am gonna see you in the next video. Beautiful.